fixed the door handle on Project Merlo yesterday. Pretty much finished all the little jobs to do on it, but the battery's been a bit sluggish, and I thought, well, it needs a good charge because all it's ever been done is driven from one shed to another and whatever. So I started it up yesterday, left it running for 2 hours so that it charged the battery. When I come to turn it off, I noticed it was really hot, and the fan belt had snapped on it when it had arrived, and we got a new fan belt and we've forgotten to put it on. So I basically left the engine running for 2 hours with no water pump and no cooling. Luckily it's a Perkins engine, so I don't think it's affected in any way whatsoever because it was only on idle. So I'm going to start it up now, take it to the workshop, put the fan belt on it, and then hopefully it'll be alright. Sweet as a nut, just put the job back on it, start it up, no problem. So put the fan belt on it now, and then that should spin, keep it cool. There's the radiator, and that's the water pump. And then also turn that as well. Actually, I think the water pump was working, to be fair. That's driven off the end of the timing chain, I think. Put the ram stop on there now, because to get to the alternator to slacken it to do the fan belt, you need to take that little panel off under the boom. So Andy's going to do it in a minute for me, so make it safe. Put the yellow ram lock in, and then you can reach through that hole down there, the panel that takes off. There's the alternator in the back there. Adjust that, put the fan belt on, and then tighten it back up again. Got the extension forks on, just going to go and move a laser. I don't really remember, but in the summer I unloaded this laser CNC machine for somebody. Anyway, he's expanded that much that he's now moving to a bigger premises, so I've got to move this sort of like 2-ton laser from one unit to another unit. So we're just going to go with the extension forks, lift it up, move it across to his new unit. It's the guy that makes the sign for the gate and the big spanner to the workshop for me. Different kind of nitrogen on the front of the telehandler today. Nitrogen for the laser cutter, plasma cutter, whatever you want to call it. Big move from number 28 to number 8 over there. This is the, I think it was about a 20 grand laser cutter. So I better not drop it. There's unit 8 there. Probably just fits. You wouldn't think you need such a big machine to make something so small. So how thick will it cut?
It's supposed to be able to do 10 mil mild.
And what?
I've never tried mild.
What's its like tolerance? Like how accurate is it?
Pretty accurate. Couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Do they need replacing after time?
They do, but I've got a mini sort of one that I use for my parts.
So you just make your own?
Yeah, and you can just laser up on them.
See the size of it, can you? Obviously I fixed this yesterday and it's now not working, and for some reason the motor is the opposite way up to what I put it on, and then bolts look like they've pulled out. Don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna have to get up and have a look. And obviously the wires have pulled out the back. Yeah, don't think that's supposed to look like that. Don't know how they've come undone though. These bolts have rattled out and that one's actually bent now, you can see properly. So I'm going to get some new bolts, clean them up with a brake cleaner and put some Loctite on them and put them back in. I couldn't just find the bolt the right size, so I put a nut on that one, put it back in the vise and hammered it, and it's not too bad now. Just cleaning the holes out now. I think there's a bit of grease in them. Clean them out with brake cleaner, and then when I put the Loctite in it'll work better. Got some Loctite now on the bolts, well, stud lock. It's also on my phone as well. I'll put the motor back on now and then hopefully they won't vibrate loose, them bolts. Found out what the problem is. That inside there is too big, so there was an adapter that came with it to step it down to a smaller shaft size on the motor. But that's still too large, and I've got another motor there and that's still too large. So I've got to try and either drill that out or make another adapter, because when that's loose inside that other hole, it's wobbling around and chewing the key up, and obviously caused the vibration that's made it fall off. That's the adapter, that fits in the gearbox okay, but it won't fit on the motor. So I don't want to cut it and weld it on. What I need to do really is drill that out to the middle to 24mm, and the biggest bit I can find is 22. So we'll see if Danny's got something next door. The bucket's bigger than the Merlot. Danny had a 24.5mm drill bit, which is near enough. Just a few burrs left in there now. We've drilled it from both sides, so I'm just going to grind that out now with a peanut grinder and then put it all back together. Peanut grinder's decided to throw its hand in, so I've had to use this in the drill, but I think it's okay now. It's just one of them jobs that you think's not going to take that long, and then suddenly you've been messing around for 2 hours. And I'm sure someone eats Makita batteries, because I buy like 5 a year, can struggle to find one when I need one. Now that won't fit in there because it's bent. So as you look, there's a bend there. I have to grind that out now to get the keyway back in. Gonna fill this in case he rolls it over. Stay straight. Oh, wasn't too bad. He puts the forks through his deck. There we go. This was yesterday's quiz question. It is in fact an induction heater for slackening off nuts and bolts and different things. So I'm going to try it now. I'm going to try and put that around one of these bolts here and see how fast it heats it up. It's got some fair warnings on it. Don't put your ring, your watch, piercings, metallic objects, implants, anything near it. I don't know how long it takes to go red, but it's smoking a bit already after like 10 seconds. Definitely hot if you spit on it. That's about 30 seconds. Look at that nut glowing now. Wow. That's amazing. How to make the Merlot look tiny. Parking next to a fast track. All the tractors are in this shed, like I say, because there's been a spate of GPS thefts, so we keep them in here overnight where it's alarmed. Got an alarm for that tractor, which I'm going to put on it, so then we can park it outside again. The muck spreader's on the back of Adam's 250 because we were supposed to be going to be cleaning a moat out today with the digger and then spreading the stuff we took out the moat, which is mainly sand on a field, but because it's so wet we'll make a mess doing it, so it's a job for another day now. But it's back in the shed, greased up, ready to go. It defo looks tiny from this angle. I'm going to take it up and park it next to John's massive Merlot if I get a chance this week. You can see the difference. Here's a quiz question for you. Does anyone know what this does? Like a lever. Just on the back of the Merlot, there it is. See if you know. If you do, leave a comment. Or if you don't know, have a guess. People said, why don't we move the chip around with the little Merlot? Because that's got the right jaw on the back. Well, the problem with that is the little Merlot weighs about 4 or 5 ton, I think. And the chipper weighs 27 ton. So I think with the chipper being triaxle, it'll just want to go in straight lines and the Merlot might not pull it around bends. And it's a bit big for it, really. I don't know whether it was tongue-in-cheek people had said that or what, but yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Also, as well, I said about a percentage of how people feel. Well, I said I was 96% yesterday. I'm probably about 94 today because the rain's got me down a little bit. But maybe we could start it as a thing. So if everyone leaves a comment of a percentage of how they're feeling today, you know, maybe we could, this channel, like me and all you lot watching, it could be things when people go, oh, how are you? You can say, oh, 93, ooh, 82, 73, you know, 20. And then people can ask questions and see. So why don't we like try and start something that could be big, other than By the Bateman, that's obviously big, that started from this channel. But yeah, thanks for watching anyway. That's about it for today. Totally a wet day today, 15 mil of rain. Luckily it wasn't raining when I was meshing with that auger outside. We've had a lot this morning. Like I say, 15 mils, that's like that much. We had about 12 mil the day before that, so hold on. Yeah, so in the last week we had 44 mil of rain, which is great, but we just want some dry sunshine now, and then it'll things will grow, because obviously when it's raining, we've got cloud cover and got no sunlight, things won't grow. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, sorry, click like, click subscribe, sorry, click the next video, click subscribe, I don't know which way around it is.